Okay, so good evening. This is Miss Turner. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the anchor charts from the Unit 1 folder, as well as go over a few Get More Math Practice Set 7 examples. So, how to find your daily agenda. With the anchor charts on it, there's different ways. So the first way is you can press the arrow and click on Daily Agenda, and it'll take you to this page, and you press Anchor Charts, and there you go. The anchor chart we're going to be looking at today is the place value chart, because we're going to be doing some dividing and we're going to need that. Another way you can get there is if you just click on the whole name, and it'll open up there as well, and then it'll open up all the other folders. Okay, that is how you get to the anchor charts from the daily agenda. Again, we are looking at place value. So there's a different place value chart if you didn't like that first one. And then your multiplication table. You should know your multiplication facts and then a hundreds chart. Alright, so I'm going to go over a few Get More Math problems with you. Okay, so I guess whenever you logged into Get More Math and you saw these word problems, you're like, this is not what we were just doing. We were just doing some simple math and not word problems. Well, it's still the same thing. You're still finding equivalent fractions, decimals, and percents. Okay? You're still finding things that are going to be equal to each other. For example, number 1, Lee packed 22 yoys for lunch. Lee ate 87% of the yoys. What fraction of the yoys did Lee eat? Okay, so it gives you a couple numbers. It tells you how many he packed, and it tells you the percent he ate. Then it asks you what fraction. Well, I know that they're going to be equivalent because we've been talking a lot about percents, and we've been talking a lot about fractions. So these two things are going to be equivalent. If the percent is 87, then my fraction would be 87 as the numerator, and then percent, and 100 means cent, like century or centipede. So anytime I have a percentage, I'm just taking the number, putting it as a numerator, and then putting 100 as the denominator. Now this fraction cannot be reduced. 87 is divided by 3, but 100 is not. So this would be the fraction of yoys that Lee ate for lunch. Okay, number 2. Greta's team participated in a total of 118 chess matches. Greta participated in 23% of the chess matches. What fraction of the chess matches did Greta participate in? Okay, so again, it's telling me how many total the team did, but we're not worried about the team. We're just worried about Greta. It said 23%, and it's asking me what fraction. Well, again, anytime you have a percent, you want to change it to a fraction. You write the number as the numerator, and 100 because percent, cent means 100. Then I look at my fraction. Can I reduce this? No, I cannot. So this is the reduced fraction of the chess matches Greta participated in. Now, what if instead of 23%, it was 22%? Well, it'll still be the same steps, except my very last step, 22 over 100. These are both even numbers, so I can reduce them both by 2. So I divide by 2. 22 divided by 2 is 11, and 100 divided by 2 is 50. So if Greta participated in 22% of the chess matches, this would be the fraction that would represent that. Okay? So again, it's the same thing that you were doing in the Google activity, it's just now we're taking it to word problems and applying it. Okay? Number 3, a bucket is filled with 0.28 feet of water, or 28 hundredths of water. What reduced fraction is equivalent to this measurement? So what is the reduced fraction is equal? What fraction is equal to 28 hundredths? Well, they're both even, so they can be divided by 2, but I know my times tables, and I know they can also both be divided by 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7, And 100 divided by 4 is 25. So this would be the reduced fraction. Again, if you need to know how to find the angle charts with the times table and place value chart, go ahead and skip back to the first part of this video. Okay? A tub is filled with 875 thousandths of inches of water. What reduced fraction is equivalent to this measurement? Well, 875 thousandths. I'm using my place value to write my fraction. I know that these numbers can be divided by 25. 875 divided by 25, well, 40, quarters is $8, 40, I think it's, no, 30, 35, excuse me, sorry, and then 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. Okay, so I have 35 over 40. I can reduce that again, divide by 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. And 40 divided by 5 is 8. So 7/8. These are benchmark fraction. I'm sorry, benchmark decimal and a benchmark fraction. So you should know those by heart. Okay, number 5. There are 19 donuts for Elmer and his 22 of his classmates to share. If they split up the donuts evenly, what decimal is equivalent to the fraction of a donut each will get? Your answer may be exact or rounded to the nearest thousandth. We are going to round to the nearest thousandth. So, Elmer and his classmates. So Elmer plus 22 classmates is 23. And they have 19 donuts that they must share. Now, to make this make sense, you could think to yourself, well, if there's only 19 donuts and there's 23 people, then you should know for a fact my decimal is going to be smaller than 1, because there's not enough. If there was 23 donuts, then it would be 23 over 23, not 19 over 23. That's not enough. So what I'm going to do, divide. Now these problems, 19 divided by 23, these are not the easiest, but don't get frustrated, just do what you can do. 23 can go into 190. Well, I know that 20 times 9 is 180, so I'm going to do my best estimate. 23 is a little bit larger than 20, so I'm going to say 8. 23 times 8 is 184. 184, or 190 minus 184 is 6. Bring down my 0, so we're at 60. 20 times 3 is 60, so I'm going to do 23 times 2. 23 times 2 is 46. 60 minus 46 is equal to 14. Have another 0, 140. 20 times 7 is 140, so 23 times 6. Oopsies, 23 times 6. 18, 12, 13. Oh, almost. But we're going to stop there because that's at my thousandths place. So I'm going to say that Elmer and his 22 classmates are going to get 826 thousandths of a donut. So almost 1, but not quite. A little bit is missing. Okay, and then the last problem. Number 6. 38 winners divided $16 equally. What decimal is equivalent to the fraction of a dollar that each winner received? Round to the hundredths. Okay, so again, this one, not everyone's going to get $1 exactly. Everyone's going to get less than $1. Let's see how much less. So I'm going to say $16 divided by the 38 people. I'm going to reduce this fraction just a little bit because they're both even. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 38 divided by 2 is 19. Just make it a little bit nicer. 8 divided by 19. Add my decimal and 0. and my decimal and the quotient. 20 times 4 is 80, so let's see what 19 times 4 is. 76. Do some subtraction. Bring down my 0. And 2, let's see what 2 is. 38. Bring down one more 0. 1. Okay, that's where I'm going to stop, so I'm going to round it to the hundredths. Since it's 1, it's below 5, that means I'm just going to leave this number the same, so that 2 is going to stay the same. So all the winners are going to get 42 cents from the winnings. Jackpot. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but these are examples from the Get More Math, so this is going to help you whenever you start practicing again today. Watch this video, maybe come back and watch different sections. Don't try to just watch it all in one setting, and watch it more than once if you do, okay? I'm here. If you need me, message me. I know I wasn't there yesterday on Wednesday, but I'll be here Thursday and Friday. And do not forget, you have a Unit 1 test on Tuesday, September 8th, the day after Labor Day. I'll be sending out a review, so don't worry. And of course, you can review using Get More Math. If you have any questions, let me know. Alright, have a good night or a good day.